Good morning and welcome to Outdoors with John. Today we are at the Woodlot Sanctuary. This is off of Pellegrino Road in Stonington. This is not one of the 12, as I finished the 12, you can see from my t-shirt. But this is also in the town of Stonington and it is an Avalonia Land Trust property. The property here has two loops, a yellow and an orange. Both are blazed. They're connected via a crossover trail. Immediately upon entering the preserve, we have a trail junction here. On our left is the orange loop, and on the right is the yellow loop. After about 3/10 of a mile, pop out into a junction here. We're following the yellow trail, and we're going to continue. We're going to go around in a counterclockwise direction, so we're heading south in the property here. The permanent protection of the land, now named the Woodlot Sanctuary, was made possible by a generous donation of two local families, the Bates and Frawn families. 3 lots totaling approximately 29 acres include a variety of habitats. What we've been walking through here is called hardwood uplands. Why is it hardwoods and why is it uplands? Because the ground is raised up, so we're not walking in swamps, and hardwood trees are these types of trees that we're seeing that are not soft like pine and things like that. So I'm not sure what type of trees they are, but they're not pine trees. They have deciduous leaves on them for the most part. All right, we're about a mile in now, and we have done a couple of short side trails, so keep that in mind. But we are now where if we were to continue straight, we would be on the connector trail here between the yellow and the orange, and if we take a left, we'll be following the yellow back to where we were before. So we're going to do this somewhat, cover all the trails. So the first thing I'm going to do is continue on the yellow trail. We'll catch this connector when we're on the orange trail a little bit later in the hike. We'll walk back to this point. We've just passed the yellow and the orange connector trail, and on our right here is a rock with a memorial sign. So this sanctuary was established in August 2017 in honor of Barbara Freeman Biddle and Ann Morton Frawn. We are back at the junction of the loop. So this trail is pretty much a lollipop, and we just finished doing the loop, the rounded end of the lollipop, and we're heading back down the lollipop stem towards the orange trail, and then we'll do the same thing with the orange trail. We're back to the junction. We can see our car right down there. We're going to turn and do the orange trail next. We are hiking here on June 28th, 2020, and it's a fairly warm day, but the area is pretty well shaded. And when you're hiking this time of year, you may encounter deer flies. They love the shade and they love you. Shortly after crossing that stone wall, we can now come to the junction where we can choose to go left or right here. We're going to go left. This section of the Woodlot Sanctuary Trail, the orange trail here, runs parallel to Pellegrino, and because of that you can hear some occasional cars go by, and you can see some houses. It's interesting here on the orange side, we are getting a little bit more terrain. As you can see, we're kind of at the top of a hill, and looks like we're going to be going from the uplands into the lowlands. We reached the bottom of the hill here, and it appears to be a short connecting trail. The trail stops here at Pellegrino Road. It didn't take very long. We are now at the junction of the connector trail. So the red-yellow connector trail is marked with red and yellow blazes side by side. Okay, we're back at the yellow trail. In short order, we are back at the junction of the lollipop. So we've done a clockwise loop of the red trail, and we are now heading back on the stem or the handle to the car. I'd like to remind folks, if you have been watching my Hike Stonington hikes on either the Stonington community Facebook page or on the Hike Stonington Facebook page, I really appreciate that. But as I've done a majority of these trails, I'm going to be moving on to do other areas, and I may not post all of those on Facebook. So if you haven't been following me on YouTube and subscribed, you may miss out on some videos. So if you have been enjoying them, I strongly encourage you at this time to take a few extra seconds, go to YouTube, hit the like and subscribe on YouTube. I have over 150 other videos, many of which have actually been shot in this area just say in the last year or so. Some of the local blue blaze trails, trails in Patchogue, trails in Ledyard. I've done some hiking just over the border in Narragansett Trail in Rhode Island as well, and I've actually done a lot of trips out west. So I have videos from national parks across the country as well, if you're interested in this type of video. Thanks again for your support. I'll see you out here on the trail.